What hidden stories do Tuscany's medieval castles hold? What does it feel like to take a dip in a natural Tuscany's most picturesque secret village? How's the wine at Tuscany's best vineyard?
Greetings, friends. Welcome to Toscana's countryside, or as the locals say, Il Cuore d'Italia, the heart of Italy. The Tuscan countryside is a land where rolling hills meet endless vineyards, where cypress trees stand tall like ancient sentinels, and where medieval castles whisper tales of old. We're heading to this noble residence that feels like it's been pulled from the pages of a poem, Castello di Montelifre, which will be our home during our stay in this timeless, poetic landscape. We arrived and stepped right into the past, feeling more like time travelers than tourists. This place originally began as an Etruscan settlement. Now, in case you're wondering, the Etruscans were the avant-garde of ancient Italy, building thriving cities and leaving their mark well before Rome made its grand entrance. To give you an idea just how old that is, when the Etruscans were here, the Great Pyramid of Giza was still fresh on the world stage. The first written record of this castle's existence dates back to before year 1000 AD, earning it a place as a storied veteran among historic landmarks. We wandered the grounds for what felt like ages, as if caught in a labyrinth, each turn pulling us deeper into the mystery, searching for a hidden entrance.
What was the address there?
Castle?
29? Maybe? Do you want a message?
I can.
Okay.
Then we finally stumbled upon the entrance, where we were greeted by perhaps Italy's most charming man,
Niccolo Bolognini Martinozzi.
This shirtless, middle-aged Italian gentleman looked like he had just stepped out of a classic romance novel. Because, of course, that's precisely how a Tuscan nobleman should make an entrance. This national monument has been in Niccolo's family since 1348, making it a true heirloom of history. The Martinozzi family held many important posts in Siena's government, with numerous members carving out careers in the military. Among their notable figures are the Franciscan friars Giovanni and Bartolomeo Martinozzi, who were martyred in the 14th century and are revered as saints. One of the castle's most intriguing relics is this bench, the oldest piece of furniture on the property. See these chains? Legend has it that they were once used to chain someone who had gone completely mad. And of course, no ancient castle is complete without a good tale or a ghost story or two. Boo! The kitchen was once the priest's quarters. Given that the castle has its own church, it's only fitting that a resident priest lived here to attend to all things divine. And the church itself is truly divine. Niccolo himself is hard at work renovating both the church and the rest of the castle. Quite the handyman.
Wow, it's beautiful.
In this room, beneath the stone floor, rest generations of Martinozzi family members. Even today, the building echoes with the presence of their lineage.
And this is my grandmother.
But so now nobody else can be buried here.
No, officially.
No. So under this here, there are coffins?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's my mother, my grandfather. I still remember, okay, I put my mother for sure. But also my grandfather. Yeah, because this is what I know. But then there are many others, so father, there is no written anymore.
No.
But only your family?
Yeah.
So nobody else from...
No. These are all relatives of the family. It can be your husband or the wife, whatever it can be, but yeah, only for the
After
family.
kicking off our day with a morning visit to church, we set out to explore more of the Tuscan countryside. This field isn't just any old patch of land. It was featured in the epic film Gladiator. And here's our photo op, basking in the field's cinematic glory. And while we're on the topic of movie magic, this charming villa also made its screen debut in the same film, serving as Maximus' home. I guess even gladiators need a cozy getaway. And what's better than a Tuscan villa? Next, we made our way to the picturesque village of Pienza. This charming village is a perfect blend of historical elegance and natural beauty and is celebrated as the ideal city of the Renaissance. Its picturesque streets and elegant architecture make it a true showcase of Renaissance perfection. We took a leisurely coffee break in the charming square, soaking up the ambience before exploring the Cattedrale dell'Assunta. This cathedral, also known as the Cathedral of Assumption, is a striking example of Renaissance architecture in Pienza. It was built between 1459 and 1462 and was commissioned by this guy, Pope Pius II, who aimed to enhance his hometown with Renaissance ideals. Designed by architect Bernardo Rossellino, the cathedral is dedicated to the Virgin Mary and features a harmonious blend of simplicity and grandeur. Its elegant facade and beautifully proportioned interior reflect the early Renaissance commitment to classical principles and has earned it a place on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Located just 100 meters from the Duomo along Corso il Rossellino stands San Francesco. It's a modest yet captivating Gothic-style church built by Franciscan monks in the latter half of the 13th century. This church stands out for its austere simplicity both inside and out. Despite its humble appearance, San Francesco houses precious fragments of 14th century frescoes that beautifully depict scenes from the life of St. Francis, offering a glimpse into the rich history and devotion of the time. As we strolled through the charming streets of Pienza, we passed by shops overflowing with local delights, such as cheeses, fresh fruits and vegetables, and wine. We entered a wine shop where the owner proudly informed us that his wine was far too fine for mere tourists, as he personally delivers it to the Pope at the Vatican. I couldn't help but wonder, did he realize we're tourists? Maybe we're just that good at blending in with the locals. Pienza is home to the most charming little restaurants and sweeping views of the Tuscan countryside, beautifully framed by the town's ancient architecture. You just gotta love fancy Italians. They'll go all out for that perfect picture.
Yep, like that, perfect.
Since we're not on the guest list at the Pope's table tonight, it looks like we'll have to embark on our own quest for fine wine. How about we settle for some wine at a palazzo turned vineyard? It's not quite Vatican level, but I have a feeling this place will do just fine. Palazzo Massaini, located right outside downtown Pienza, is a historic building that dates back to the Renaissance era. Originally constructed in the 15th century, it served as a grand residence for the influential Massaini family. Naturally, we indulged in a wine tasting at this charming winery. Palazzo Massaini is all about red, white, and rosé wines. And they're not just any wines. They're handcrafted with love. With 13 hectares of vineyards, including 10 hectares of Sangiovese and 1 hectare of Merlot, we take farm to table to a whole new level. So we raise the glass, or three, to their hard work and to our new favorite Tuscan
Gotta
tipple.
make sure you stick the nose all the way in there.
Il vino è la poesia in bottiglia, I exclaimed, which means wine is poetry in a bottle, just like this landscape and our surroundings. Partiamo per la nostra prossima destinazione. Yes, we're off to our next destination. From one enchanting spot to another, we wrapped up our day with a stunning sunset over the rolling Tuscan hills in San Giovanni di Asso. Can it get any more picture-perfect than this? San Giovanni di Asso is a small medieval village that dates back to the 12th century and is famous for its production of white truffles, earning it the nickname the truffle capital of Tuscany. As the sun set, we made our way through the enchanting medieval town back to our palazzo. This is the night, and the heavens are right on this lovely bella notte. We woke up to sunbeams streaming through our window, casting a warm glow over the vineyards and olive groves just outside. This morning, we were greeted by a stampede of sprinting goats, with one poor mama goat lagging behind, waddling along because she was very pregnant, and let's just say, a bit on the wrong side. Bless her heart. Ehi stronzi, aspettatemi. From a group of asses to another ass, the ever-charming Mr. Donkey.
Hi. You up for a stroll?
He trotted over to say hello and even graced me with a few cuddles. But let's not donkey around all morning. We're going to Bagno Vignoni, one of the most beautiful little towns I've ever visited. It's famous for its unique hot springs and charming medieval character. Unlike most towns, Bagno Vignoni's town square isn't a piazza, but a grand thermal pool. This ancient pool, fed by natural hot springs, has been a haven for relaxation and rejuvenation since Roman times. Historical records show that notable figures such as Emperor Augustus and his successors enjoyed its healing properties. During the Middle Ages, Bagno Vignone became a popular retreat for the wealthy and powerful, including pilgrims and travelers seeking the therapeutic benefits of its waters. The thermal pool, known as Fonte delle Sorgenti, source of the springs, has remained virtually unchanged for centuries and is surrounded by stone buildings that date back to the 13th century.
We just love our cute little car. She's so adorable. Yes, you are. Beautiful.
Tuscany is dotted with several delightful spots to soak in natural hot springs. While some thermal baths in Tuscany are free in open air, Rapolano Terme has an amazing thermal resort, Antica Quercilaia. Here, the waters spring from 3 different sources, each at varying temperatures between 22 to 40 degrees Celsius. Rich in calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium, these waters are perfect for easing respiratory, muscular, and skin issues. Giuseppe Garibaldi, a prominent Italian general, nationalist, and revolutionary, used to bathe here in the Travertine Basin to heal his battle wounds. You know what? These healing waters are definitely working wonders for us too. Turns out, if it's good enough to heal a revolutionary, it's definitely good enough to melt away our travel fatigue. So, we couldn't resist visiting yet another hot spring, Bangi San Filippo. A captivating natural wonder nestled deep in the Tuscan forest, renowned for its stunning thermal springs and otherworldly beauty. I mean, look at that. I can hardly believe my eyes. It's so beautiful. The wonders of nature. It's incredible what Mother Nature can create. I swear, it felt like stepping into a painting. These are the Biancane, or white cliffs, where mineral-rich water creates beautiful snow-like formations. This place has been cherished for its thermal waters since Roman times, and very likely well before that. The site was known for its healing properties and attracted visitors seeking the therapeutic benefits of its mineral-rich springs. Over the centuries, it has remained a favorite spot for relaxation and wellness. The unique white mineral formations created by the natural flow of the hot springs has been a defining feature of the area, contributing to its mystical and enduring allure. I smeared myself in healing clay, treating myself to a full-body mud mask. Or maybe I was gearing up for an epic mud wrestling match. Just kidding. I've got no intention of wrestling anyone. Far from it. I'm gonna sit back, relax, and savor this moment of pure tranquility. Now, let me introduce you to my favorite secret little village in Tuscany, Montoliveto Maggiore. It's a village that travel experts seem to overlook, which is madness, because just look at these views. Words can't do this place justice, so let's just take a moment to appreciate this stunning scenery and breathtaking landscape. Maybe I can try with some Italian words. Spettacolare, mozzafiato, incantevole. I mean, let's be real, everything just sounds sexier in Italian. Situated on a hilltop, Montoliveto Maggiore is surrounded by lush vineyards and olive groves. It's a fantastic place to experience traditional Tuscan culture. The village has the most charming streets as well as local events that celebrate both its historical roots and contemporary life. The village also has a pizza restaurant so popular with the locals that you need a reservation just to get a slice. We were lucky enough to get a table and enjoyed our pizza as the sun set. Now, let's settle the pineapple on pizza debate once and for all. If you can get pineapple on pizza in Italy, then it's perfectly acceptable. Case closed. Finito. Capiche? When the moon hits your eye like a thick pizza pie, that's amore. We wrapped up the day's adventure by watching a film that perfectly matched our Tuscan escapades, Gladiator. Because we're basically next-door neighbors with Maximus. Maximus, ti va di venire a casa per un bicchiere di vino? And with that, our epic Tuscan saga was coming to an end, so we kissed our newfound dashing Italian friend goodbye and drove off on Tuscany's winding roads. Arrivederci, signore. But Not before stopping for a quick selfie by a sea of sunflowers, where I took a graceful dive, ending up on my backside and rolling down the hill like a runaway Swedish meatball.
Oh my God.
Beautiful, babe. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh.
But it's all good. I'm a strong, fearless woman ready to tackle any challenge, even if it involves rolling down a hill like a human tumbleweed in a sea of sunflowers. Oh, che fiori bellissimi! I exclaimed as I was enveloped by their vibrant floral embrace. Speaking of flowers, on our next episode, we'll take you along on adventures on the other side of the pond in Florida. See you there, sunshines. I wanna be in America. Life should be good in America.